Hello guys! So today I'm going to show you how to make this zigzag window card or something like that. So for my base I used around 250 GSM cardstock. I want it to be sturdy and it's easier to score everything and bend and not get it crooked or get creases everywhere. You need one piece at 28 centimeters by 13 centimeters. From the same sheet you can cut one piece 8 centimeters by 23, and you need one more piece which is 9 by 13 centimeters. So we are going to score. Where is my scoring to? So let's get scoring on the big piece, which is 28 by 13. We're gonna score at 9, 18 and 27 centimeters. For the 9 by 13 we have no scoring, and for this little piece, which is 23 by 8, we have 3.5 is our first, no, 1 centimeter is our first, 3.5, then we have 11.5, then we have 19.5 and 22. Here they are. I'll write the measurements for the scoring on the screen, and this is all the scoring we need. Now I am going to notch my pieces first, like that, and on the other side. Like this, and on this piece too. Like that. And we're going to bend our score lines. I do like to bend them on the towards the mountain side, just so I can move the paper easier. We're going to fix them after that, but for now I just want them to be like that, so I don't, it's easier like that so you don't get ripping here. So the little piece, this is going to be a valley where the 1 centimeter is. This is going to be a mountain, a valley, mountain and a valley. So you start with a valley, you finish with a valley. This is how it's gonna look, like an M or something. On this big piece we have so a valley is our first one, a mountain, and here we have to have a valley, so I'll switch that one and I'll glue this piece over. I'll first glue the piece, then we'll do some cutting, marking and cutting. Like that. I like to press it so I'm sure it's good. And you need to wait for this to be okay. So you'll have to have a valley, a mountain, and this is going to be a valley. I just need to wait for my glue to catch. So I'm gonna turn this over, so where these two peaks are from the back side, and we're gonna do some measurement and cutting. So my base here have a 2 centimeter line from every side. So what I like to do, I mark 2 from here and 2 from here, naturally on the bottom side 2, 2 and 2. I do like to rotate my piece, and I'm going to align it, or I'm going to align my ruler with the mark I made here and here, and I'm going to make a cross like that and 2 like that. Now I'll make it like a centimeter long mark, and I'll do the same on the other side. Like here we go, mark it here and mark it here, and then I'll cross these lines here like that. I don't like this. I think I'm crooked. Yeah, I'm crooked here, so here's the correct one. And again, small lines. You don't need the whole thing to cut, and it's easier to erase those marks. And I'm gonna do the same for this side. So I'm going to do the same. So I'll mark here again, like 2, and I'll move it inside the score line. So I'm measuring from this side of the score line and don't want it on top. So again, we'll measure 2, and I'll do the same for the bottom, and 2, and now I'm gonna do it for the top and bottom of the card. So 2 centimeters from here, and a line, and 1, 2, like that. Again 2, and 2. Naturally I'm gonna give this some so I can see them better. Again 2 and 2. So here I'm going to cut a window in those pieces. So I'm gonna use my metal ruler, and I do like this thing, and very carefully I'm going to put my ruler as close as I can to this mark. I'm gonna cut from this corner to this corner, and like that. Use less pressure. You can use less pressure and more passes. It's easier to cut than to use a lot of pressure. What I like to do is rotate my knife or rotate the card, and just on the edge, like I cut it backwards towards the cut, so I can have a cleaner edge, and to be sure that I don't overcut here on my frame. I'm going to do the same here. I'm gonna turn my knife and cut the edge. I'm gonna do both sides at the same time, so you can do it however it's easier for you. That's how I do it. Shall come back and cut three, and I'll cut this side like that. And there we go, we have the two windows. So I'm gonna go ahead and erase my marks. We don't want that to be seen. And it should be dry. Here we have the window. So this piece will go inside like that, like this, and this piece will go like that. So have a template for my mats. I have left and right mat. So before you glue this piece to the base, you need to cut your mats. So I am going to cut, let's see, do we have anything? Okay, fine. I'm going to use red cardstock for my mat. So my mat piece is 8.5 by 12.5. I'm going to cut two pieces. Okay, while we are cutting that, let's cut the rest of the mats. So you need two more pieces, like 5.5 by 8.5. Need two more. This is going to be for our windows. Then this is for the pictures. If you want pictures, it's 7.5 square. If you want to put a little picture or something else, this is the mat for this little square here. Now you need two of them. If you're going to mat the back side, you need four, but I'm going to do the mats only on the front. Then we need two pieces which are 2 centimeters by 7.5. So use that by 2. It should match. Yep, perfect. And you need two of those, and think we got everything. So those pieces, like, you can glue them before you glue this to the base. It will be easier and it will be flatter. So that's what I'm going to do. Just go ahead and glue those. So as I said, if you want a second, so if you want one matte layer and let's say you want a second matte layer, you just have to shrink it by 0.5 centimeters or 5 millimeters, and you cut it smaller by 5 and you have a second matte. So for I'm going to two of the pieces, we're going to cut the left and the right side. So I'm going to turn them on the back, and we'll have to mark let's see, 2.2 by 2.5. okay, so I'm going to make a mark but on the long side, 2.5 centimeters, and here I'm going to make another one, 2.5. I am not going to mark the whole thing, I'm just going to mark like 2 centimeters on each side, and then I'm going to come from top and bottom to the inside by 2.2 centimeters. So I'm gonna make a mark here, and then I'm going to make another one here on 2.2. I'm gonna do the same for this piece. Do keep in mind, you have to have a left piece and a right piece. So if you do this on the right, meaning this will go on the left side because the cut will be on the outside. So I've done this on the back side, on the right side, so I'm going to do the same on the back side, on the left side for this piece. And again, I'm gonna mark 2.5 here and here. I'm gonna make 2 marks like that, very lightly, very gently, don't need big marks. And then I'm going to do 2.2 and we'll move it, and again 2.2. This is what you have to have. Here we have from the long edge 2.5, and from the short we have 2.2 from top and bottom. Then we're going to cut. From point to point. You can even go slightly beyond that point, like half a millimeter, so you can be sure that when This is the front. When you put your piece, it will have space to go inside, it won't get jammed. So we notched that piece, that's why we notched this, but here it may catch on where the score line is. So this is what we'll be having. This piece will be glued here on the back. This marking won't be seen, so you may not erase it, you may leave it. And this is my left side. Now we're going to do the other side. And I'm going to have here is my marking, here my second marking, so I'm going to make a cut between those two marks. And here to here. If you have directional paper, be very careful so you don't accidentally turn it upside down, but this is my second one, and I'm going to smoosh this, and you have this. Don't glue anything yet. This is our end pieces. Now we're going to make the mats for the window pieces. Again, turn them on your back side so you see the back, and we're gonna start marking 1.5 centimeters from every edge. We're going to start marking 1.5 centimeters from every edge. So here 1.5, and here I'm gonna make my marking lines like that. I'll do the same, 1.5 and 1.5, and our markings. I'm gonna rotate it, and I'll go there in the center, and 1.5, again 1.5, and 1.5. This is what you have to have. You have to have a border of 1.5 all around the piece. I'm gonna do the same for the next one. There we go. I'm gonna use again my metal ruler, and I'm gonna cut from edge to edge, from mark to mark. And there we go. This is the back side which we will glue down, and this is the front, and we have the perfect. If you have rectangle dies with the same size, you can use them to cut the outside and the inside. Just be very precise not to get crooked. There we go. So now we have our pieces, and I'm gonna get this out. So while this is flat, I'm going to glue my frames. Again, if you want a second layer, you need to firstly cut these two so 8 centimeters, and you have a border of 1 centimeter. So from here to here you have like 2.5 from each side, so 1 centimeter from the edge of the piece. It has to be 8 by 12 and 1 centimeter border. Now we're going to glue. Then we will put this piece in between the windows, and you put this piece here and then glue. So I'm going to glue the flap like that. Be sure to not go over this crease line. Don't go over it. So like that. Firstly, I'm going to glue my mat down, so I can get this out. And again, if you have a second mat, you have to do this. I suggest you glue the two mats together, then you do the cut, and then you put the mechanism in. So I'm gonna be very careful not to get it crooked, like this. Then you can do it like that. This has to go under this part, and then I can add my glue to this piece and it's smooshed in. And again, don't go past the score line. I'm gonna wait a few seconds so my glue can catch. Then I'm going to add glue to my mat. And I'm going to pull this piece like that. And there we go. And this all folds like that. And you have a really cute pop-up card. And naturally you can mat this side because this is going to be your front. So you can mat here and here. And this is gonna be your front. On the back you can put a little pocket with something, or you can leave a blank space so you can write your message. And yeah, you can put pictures here and decorations or whatever you like. And this is the finished pop-up window card. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Bye!